whistle that y'all wanted to speak through me. Shooting straight just like a missile, or 9 millimeter pistol. Piercing your ears like referee whistle. Do you get a gist, fool? Don't be fooled into thinking money by happiness, but they do buy the space to find it. Don't spend your whole life grinding, wishing you had some more time in. Intentionally spending it around the people you love. Let your dream fly like a dove. Be how G made you above. Promise it feel like a glove. Life feeling surrealist like I know Picasso. I'ma need a sculpture, Michelangelo. Leaving an impression, I'm a young Van Gogh. Trusting in the source, seeing how far it go. Life feeling surrealist like I know Picasso. I'ma need a sculpture, Michelangelo. Leaving an impression, I'm a young Van Gogh. Trusting in the source, seeing how far it go. I don't wanna be famous, at least not until I had some more training. Can't be out here false fame claiming. At that point life start to become aimless. Shooting at the target praying that I ain't miss. Losing creativity, keeping fans glad with the sameness. Pandering the crowds hoping reputation stay stainless. Problem is that walking eggshells will never be painless. Living life that way sound, how do I say? Heinous. I feel most free in obscurity. I can pop out on the scene and I'll be seen. Paint the picture any color, blue or red or green, with no theme. Making art for me feel the most free. Life feeling surrealist like I know Picasso. I'ma need a sculpture, Michelangelo. Leaving an impression, I'm a young Van Gogh. Trusting in the source, seeing how far it go. Life feeling surrealist like I know Picasso. I'ma need a sculpture, Michelangelo. Leaving an impression, I'm a young Van Gogh. Trusting in the source, seeing how far it go.
Hey man, if y'all are just getting here, welcome. I'm finishing my fries. We're gonna play one more song, then we're gonna get to it.
A penny for your thoughts, my love, 'cause I can't hear a thing. Wanna know if this means just what it seems. A nickel for each time your love is taken hold of me. I can buy anything my heart resents. You say that you're ready for this, please don't waste my time. 'Cause something is magnetic, I can't get you off my mind. You make me enchanted when you're here. I can hardly breathe. You make me addicted to your love. I can't bear to leave. You make me enchanted when you're here. I can hardly breathe. You make me addicted to your love. I can't bear to leave. You make me I dream of everything we could be. Does something to me. I can't help but to think that this may be a type of love that has you doing things you won't believe. It's a shame that I can't seem to leave this. You said that you're ready for this, please don't waste my time. Something
Hey, what's up, chat? What's up, chat? Thank y'all for y'all patience. I had to finish my food. The Zaxby's line took forever. So I was setting up for stream, and then I had to scarf down my food in like 10 minutes, which I hate doing because I like enjoying my food. Regardless, what's up, y'all? Good to see y'all. We're trying something different this week. On Monday, we did the music review. This week, we're doing a content review. And if y'all have been friends of the page for a minute, you know that this is my bag. Like, more than the music stuff, this is my bag. I know content better than I know music, so I'm here to help you guys out today with creating better content. A lot of times, y'all are good at the music, but you have no idea to start when it comes to the content, and y'all post it, and it doesn't really work. So the whole goal today is just to give you some honest feedback on your content in the same way that we did for the music, so that way you can improve your ability to get new fans for your music, right? So we got 8 submissions already. I'm about to go ahead and get right into it. This is gonna act a little bit differently than the music review. For the music review, we listen to the song all the way through. For this one, since content is a little bit shorter, I think I'm gonna spend some time on the page of each person, and I'm gonna scroll through and look at more than one video and try to give you some real strategy on how you can improve your page, not just that one piece of content that you submitted, to give you something you can take action on, like we always say, to become better. So that's the whole goal. There's a comment. Hold on, I can't see that. Somebody just put a comment in the YouTube chat. Let me figure out how to see that. Hold on, it's gonna. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get right into it. If you're on Instagram, hello, comment the word submit down below, and then come right back. You can submit your content. But we're going through people's profiles today. We're not just looking at one piece of content. Y'all know the drill. You can skip the line if you want. If not, I'm gonna take my time just to make sure that we go through everybody and make sure we give them real feedback. So we have Wartime Ready by Victor Rashad. Victor is a friend of the page. He's here every time we stream. We're excited to look at his content today. I love his music. So they said this is part 2 of a content series I did to promote a song from my last album called Wartime Ready. Okay. Let me go ahead and press start session actually, so that way I can click the button. Let's take a look. All right, so before we watch this, let me make sure that y'all can actually see this, because I know that this is a little bit different than the music. So let me just bring this down just like this so y'all can see. Okay, cool. Let me restart this and let's listen, let's watch.
Just who I was looking for. Called on lack. My boy, I ain't got nothing for you. What you on? I'm telling you, look, I need it. Bro looked real familiar, but I couldn't put a finger on who he was. You know what I mean? I was still nervous, so really I'm just still pleading my case or whatever. On God, bro, I literally ain't got nothing but time, my boy. That's all I got right now. It's time.
Oh, so you got time on you? That's exactly what I've been looking for. How many hours you got? Matter of fact, I need enough hours for the whole week. Right.
And when he said that, y'all, I knew exactly who this was, man.
My alarm sings, I wake up, I had a dream.
That's hard.
I ain't even that type of person. What is God trying to tell me? He's trying to tell me I should be robbing the. Never mind, I'm tripping.
That was tough. I like that. That was really good writing from a film perspective. I wasn't sure where it was going, but after staring at this long enough, I realized that the gun wasn't a real gun, and it was like a prop or some kind of, I didn't know what it was, and then it turned to the other side. That was very satisfying to see that at the end. I feel like this is a great way to creatively promote yourself. Like, someone can enjoy this and not care about your music. And that's the point I'm gonna be making all night. When you're making content, the whole point is to make something that people who don't care about you or your music can enjoy. Think about how much y'all scroll through social media. Social media used to be the thing that we would go to see what our friends are doing. But nowadays, we're going to social media to pass time and to be entertained, because there's just an endless amount of things that we can do to ease the anxieties that we're feeling, pass the boredom, whatever reason we're going to social media, that's the point. It's not really about going and seeing our friends and what they're doing anymore. So I say all that to say, this is entertaining in and of itself, like outside of it promoting music. The song at the end sounds like it would be in a film like this, so that already fits. And the point at the end was really cool too. Like he said, I knew exactly who this was, and then it flipped and it said 9 to 5. I think that was so clever because he's making a point that has to do with the music, and then the music just comes in at the end as just like a cherry on top. So this piece of content is good without it needing anything else from the music. But then the music comes at the end, and for people that want the music, they can get it at the end. So there are different types of content. There's some content that needs to there's some content that needs to get people's attention. There's some content that needs to sell. This is a piece of content that is meant to get people's attention and sell at the same time, but it's mainly trying to get people's attention. And it seemed like people really enjoyed it from the comments and everything. So skits usually do really well. Victor, I would do more of these if you can, but put them in more of a short form format to where it's vertical. And then maybe make them a little bit shorter if this is something you really enjoy doing, because it seemed like it was received really well and it was very satisfying at the end. So yeah, round of applause for Victor, man. Victor, I don't think you're in here, but I'm sure you'll see the, oh, you in here, okay, cool. I'll repeat what I said real quick, like I'll do a quick summary in like a few sentences. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a very clever way to promote your music. This was entertaining without it needing the music. Like I could have enjoyed this without hearing the music at the end, and having the music at the end lead into the point of the video was very clever. I say I would just do this in a vertical format and do it more if you like doing the skits, because this was very entertaining to watch. And if you can create some kind of world around this, you can create entertaining content that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your music, but it by consequence promotes your music, and that's sometimes the best way to promote. We can go really deep into the strategy behind that, but that's my first thoughts on that. Now, what I did say is that I'm not going to just watch one. I'm going to click on your page and look at some other stuff too, and just give you some general feedback on your page in general. So that first one was good, but I'm just going to scroll through and just look at what other videos you have and see if I can give you any other advice. So you have this one video that got 102K. Let's see what this says.
Wake up, I had a dream that I robbed somebody, and that's odd because I ain't even that type of person. But it's God trying to tell me, trying to tell me I should be robbing the. Never mind, I'm tripping. Let me do my meditations, clear my mind of crazy thoughts. I quit my job, I was on top, now the top, seen so far.
Okay, watching this, I don't know why this got 100K. Just being completely honest, that's not a diss. I feel like you ran ads on this, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Like people do that all the time. That's a very normal thing to do. This is part one, okay, of the first video. Got you. So why did this one get so much compared to the other one? I see you have some collaboration. Did you run some ads on this? If so, that's totally fine. That's a completely viable way to gain new fans, and if the piece of content is good, it makes sense. And clearly people liked it because you have engagement. So there's nothing wrong with putting money behind what you believe in. I'm just curious on why this one is 10 times the views or 9 times the views than the other one. I'm gonna keep scrolling. So let's look at your other stuff here. You did run ads. Okay, so that's what you run ads on the most. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Thoughts to myself when I be way back home. I need to wake up and put me first because life put you in hurts.
Okay, so this is solid. This is a live freestyle. It sounds like you're really freestyling.
But I ain't done yet. This is the gym for rappers and I'm breaking sweats. I'd rather have most.
Oh, so you do this show. That's great. So this is a show that you host. That makes a lot of sense. I'm actually curious on. Okay, that's the restaurant you do it in, but it's a rap. Okay, here we go. That's what it's called. This is the platform. The Gym for Rappers, a live freestyle rap show. Okay. I like this idea a lot because there's platforms. I mean, we have one. We have The Kitchen. These platforms are doing a lot for artists and they're popping up everywhere. I feel like this is going to be one leg. Another leg of the industry, the music industry, kind of like different media outlets. Y'all should keep doing this though. That's a really cool idea. And then looking at some of your other stuff. What's up, Young Weird? So you're probably seeing it. Affirmations incoming. Okay. So this is supposed to help people become better people, looks like. Yeah, okay, cool. If you're struggling in the studio, Shake your ass outside. Can y'all, actually on the Instagram, can y'all see what I'm looking at? Because I know I have the screen on the bottom. Can you see what I'm looking at well enough as you're watching the video? Like, are you able to move the captions out the way? Or the comments out the way? Let me know if I need to readjust the screen at all to make this a little bit easier for y'all to see. This is my first time doing a content review on here. Then let me actually bring this up a little bit. Okay, yeah, you can see, cool. So yeah, scrolling through your page, you have this Issa Rap stuff, which is good. It doesn't look like you've been that consistent recently with your stuff. June 14th and then June 11th. Okay, no, June 8th, you've been pretty consistent in June, and then we dropped off in the last couple months, which is fine, life happens. But you were being consistent during this run. So what I would say for your page, just off a quick glance, bro, this, I can't go super into depth with it. Maybe I'll come back later, but I really like this video. This one was received very well. I'm not sure if he ran ads on this one or not, but it looks like it got pretty good organic engagement here. I think this idea is good because it engages people outside the music and it doesn't force the music down people's throats. So if you can create content like that, that genuinely engages people and then just so happens to promote the music, that's the best case scenario. That's what I'll say on this one. We could have a larger conversation later. I'm gonna get through everything else, but yeah, that's what I say for these. You say can't move captions. We kind of can you flip it and put it at the top? Yeah, I could do that. One sec, I'm gonna do that right now. Let me see if I can do this while I'm streaming though. Hold on, let me try to copy this and paste. I don't know if I could change that during the stream. All right, I'll do that later. But what I'll do is I'll just move this up and then I'm gonna move this down. And let me know if that's better for y'all. That should probably be better now. Okay. If y'all are just getting here, we're doing content reviews today. So if you want to submit your content, just comment submit, and then we're going to go through the piece of content you submit and then your page and give you some advice. But at the same time, Victor, if you can, provide some context on what you're working on and like what you need help with, and I can give you some specific advice on your content if you like. But yeah, amazing. Let's keep it going. So next we're going to get to I Know by Showtime Nada. Just a vibe, please. All criticism is welcome. Okay, so this is music. But we're doing a content review today, so I'm gonna go to your page and I'm gonna look at your content. And we have one video. Let's see what this looks like.
Hooters got me waking up at 5 a.m.
Okay, cool. That's a cool trailer. I don't know if this is for a song or for a project coming out, but that's a really cool idea. And it was an AI video, which, I mean, if that's what you got to do to create a video this day and age, I know things are expensive, so there's nothing wrong with that. This is the only thing on your page though, and this was 11 years, that would be crazy, 11 weeks ago. And then the other thing we see on here is this page. So what I would say for this, although we don't have much context, I'm gonna be a little bit graceful with this since there's not much to go off of. But these videos do really well for people that care about you. These videos do not do really well for people who don't. So we have to have a mix of both. We have to have content for people that don't care about us, and we have to have content for people that do care about us. This is a care about us video. You can see in the comments, people are like, my guys are a beast, told you he was meant to do this, let's go. LFG, a bunch of fire emojis and stuff. These are all people that probably know this person and are really excited that this is coming out, or I've listened to their music before. For people that don't know who you are, this doesn't get anybody excited because there's no context on why we should care about you. So there's a bunch of different ways to go about that. But just making sure when you create content on your page, you have content that is a little bit more reaching for people that don't care about the music, don't care about your content, whatever, and is generally entertaining, that can get people into your world. And then when they get into your world, they interact with content like this. So you got to have both ends of the spectrum and everything in between when it comes to content. So what I'm trying to say is don't think so one-dimensionally with your content if you're in here. Think about how you can have a whole gamut of stuff for people that know you and people that don't know you. Cool. Awesome. That was great. That was a great little finding from that. I feel like that'll be helpful. I'm not gonna listen to the song though, because this is not a song review. We do those on Monday, so I'm gonna skip past. And we're gonna look at everybody's Instagram today. You said a song will be out on my album that is releasing soon. So again, we're not doing music reviews today. We're just doing content. So I'm gonna come to your Instagram and we're gonna take a look at some stuff and give you some advice. All right, so this is Justin. I don't know why I don't follow you because you've been here for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and follow you. I hope you're in here. I think I saw you earlier. If y'all are just getting here, we're doing content reviews today. We do music reviews on Monday and we're doing a content review randomly today on Thursday. So if you want to submit your content for review, just comment the word submit and I'll get to it in the list. And I'm just gonna go through your Instagram and give you some advice based on what I see. This is all I do for work. So I definitely have some stuff that can help. So if you wanna hang around, I'll give you some good advice for today. All right, so I'm gonna take a look at the most viewed video and then the least viewed video and we're gonna compare. Let's see.
And that's okay, okay, okay. Look, just had a talk with God, told me to be patient. Can't name a time when I was left forsaken. Couldn't take a couple calls, I had to go embrace some.
Okay, that was it. All right, little trailer. I like the color grade on that. And then you said watch the first reel, so I'm gonna open that one. Let's see.
Listen, I remember different times in my life where it felt like I'm walking on a vine at the same time. Man,
that's beautiful.
For divine, talk to Christ, and he said, look at where I got my eyes. Live my life, gotta strive, gotta push, never let the trials knock me on my stride. Many times I was patiently waiting on answers, I can't even lie, got tired. So I look up to the heavens, shower in your blessings. Even when I'm resting, I gotta spread your message. Even though I'm tested, even when my sins be confessing, even when my life been depressing, praising gotta pull me out of stressing. Scriptures from your word,
like
I'm
that
digesting. We trying to make earth be with heaven. Lord, can you feel us in your presence? We dwelling.
Okay, I like that. I'm gonna mute it and I'm gonna talk about it. What I liked about this is the exposure. I really love the silhouette shot. The problem is we're on social media and people scroll within 1 second if they don't find something that's interesting to them. So if my ear isn't caught or my eye isn't caught, I'm scrolling to the next video because it is very easy to do that. It's very low cost for me to do that. So this type of video will not do as well on social media just because like you have to really have like the song of the year for a video like this to work, or there just has to be something about it that people latch onto that's probably not what you want them to latch onto, right? So because I can't really see your facial expressions, there's no lyrics on the screen, nothing's really happening but seeing a beautiful sky in the background, I'm probably not gonna stay that long. So from a content perspective, this can be good, again, for the right side of the spectrum for people that really like what you do. For people that don't know what you do or care about you, this video usually does not do well, and that is evidenced by the views. But I'll take that back because when we come here, this has 2,800, this has 1,800, and this is a collab post. So that also depends on who posted this first. This other person posted it first, which his engagement might be a little bit lower, and it's gonna primarily be based on this person. Yeah, you can see his video 600, 700, 800, 500, 800. And that's gonna drive your average down when you collaborate with people who are a little bit smaller or don't have good engagement, as good engagement compared to you. But yeah, so from a cinematography perspective, I really enjoy this. This looks really beautiful. And this is something that I love to shoot and that I end up shooting stuff like this all the time for artists. But there's a part of me that is also the marketing brain of like, will this perform well and will people engage with this? So a way that you could have maybe made this more engaging was put a caption of context on the screen. I would have made it shorter to like 4 to 8 bars of the song and put a caption on it and just said why people should care about what you're saying and who it's for, and post that multiple times. It could be the same clip, it could be different clips, but you have to get your reps in order to compare your content, which is why I said let's compare the most viewed video to the least viewed video and see what's different. It looks like you ran ads on this because the views are really high, but the comments are not matching that. That's usually an indication that you can tell. And just as a nugget for people that are in here, running content on a bad piece of content will not make that content do better. So create free content, post it on the internet, post as much as you can, and use the data that you get from posting consistently to figure out what content works. Put money behind the ones that do, and don't put any money behind the ones that don't. So yeah, That's what I say for this. I hope that was helpful. Justin, let me know. I see you said thank you. I hope some of that was helpful. Chat, do y'all disagree? Do you agree? Everybody can give their opinions. Feel free to do that. This isn't just a one-man show. I like to have conversations with y'all in here, so feel free to rebut, to disagree, to, you know, create conversation in the comments and ask me questions. If y'all are just getting here, we're doing content review today. So I'm watching your content. I'm looking through your Instagram and TikTok pages and giving you advice on how to grow. This is after the music is good. So if the music ain't good, there's probably not much you can do. If you post your music on the internet, people might not like it for the right reasons. So work on your music if you don't feel like it's there yet, and you can still make content at the same time. I'm not trying to deter you from making content, but content does really well when the music is already good. So yeah, that's just a tangential point. So if you want to submit, comment the word submit. You can submit your stuff. We're going in order, and as always, I'm taking my time to give thoughtful feedback. We have 11 people in the queue. I've gone through 3 so far. Don't send me your music. If you send me music, I'm skipping past it because that's not the day today. We're just doing that content review today. So yeah, all right, let's go to the next one. Justin, I appreciate you for always coming to hang out and submitting. I'm gonna give you one more round of applause. Glad to have you. You said I got a banger for you on Monday, one of my best songs. Okay, I'm excited. Let me check my calendar and make sure I'm gonna be here on Monday, actually. One sec. Yeah, I'll be here on Monday. Okay, cool. Let me hit you in the morning. All right, so this is CGR's live performance, 10-piece tone. I think we heard of them on Monday, didn't we? Let's see. I think it's a YouTube video. Okay, cool, yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. This already looks so cool. What a great idea. Wow. Like you can see what's on the camera on the screen. That's amazing. I'm really excited to see this. Let's watch. Oh, it's on mute. My bad, guys. Let's start over.
Go ahead, everybody focus into the moment. We need all the energy on 10-piece tone and Clado, please. All right, buddy, you're doing a very great job. I think you're changing the world with this one. The Martians just called. They said they need 10-piece tone on Mars right now. So what you're about to do with this vibration...
This is so tough.
Take it to another level. Can you do that for me? I can do that. Thank you, man.
I can do that.
Amazing job. Your skin is glowing and glistening.
Say that.
Hey, can we get
This is amazing.
Set on the quiet.
Thank you.
Scene 1, take 3.
Look at this shot, bro. Hold on, go back. Just pause.
Thank you.
So now I can talk to y'all about like what I'm really a nerd about is film. Look at this, bro. The center framing, you got nice headroom. You see that slight halation on the right side of his hair. That might be a hairline, not halation. No, it's halation because if we look at his jacket, we can see that too. This is just amazing as a concept. Like this is just such a pleasing establishing shot. All right, let's watch it though. I'm not gonna keep pausing it too much.
Thank you.
Scene 1, take 3. Come on, Tone.
Yeah.
And the live recording too.
Yeah. 10 piece, baby. Yeah. That boy Clay.
We loved their music last time. I know I'm about to love this.
I've been getting to the money, it ain't nothing new. By this time next year, I'm coming Bentley cool. Stay down and hold your own, you might get it too. You keep saying that you love me, let me see the proof. You gotta watch out for these niggas, think they bulletproof. I'm sending hollows to his dome if he make a move.
This is
I done
so
seen it all
fire.
in the streets, bitch, I'm living proof. And you can ask around on the streets, I'm the fucking truth.
All right, bro, I'm gonna have to pause it. I'm gonna have to talk when I go through because I'm gonna forget all the stuff I wanna say. This is really good because we're seeing the behind the scenes shot. Like the fact that they showed us that first tells us that this is real. Even if it's not real, it convinces us that it is real. We're seeing the whole set and seeing that this is, oh, this is being recorded live. We see the screen over here on the left side and we see the camera at the bottom. That shows us that this is being recorded live and we're getting a behind the scenes look into the live recording. So when we see him with the mic in his hand, we see the chords everywhere and we hear his voice, we're convinced that this is a live performance, even if it's not. That makes us appreciate it a lot more and want to listen to it. And when it's good, it makes it that much better because we know it's live and it's not engineered and doctored in post. Does that make sense? Let's keep watching.
I'm the motherfucking truth, nigga. Yeah, look. If you need a job, join the squad, can you catch a live? OF be the guys, you know 10, keep the mob ties. Back to back, we slide in them beamers with the frog guys. I'm a big dog, don't compare me to them small guys. Them little ass pups, I done lost a lot, but I'm still sick that my dog died. All my life I had to fight, let's shoot it out, don't bring a knife, I'm bringing chopper with a sight. We gon' see who die tonight, got a couple screws.
Okay, he breaking the fourth wall now.
Get right to the homie, sit tight, bend it.
That's the first time that happened.
Pop up, don't walking down, all he heard was switch light.
Oh my gosh, and just the one synth in the background, or EPiano?
The fuck you think, I just bought it for a drink, I'm finna pull it to the face, getting higher than a bitch on cloud 10, I'm in a space. Yeah. And you can ask around on the streets, I'm the fucking
This is such a good idea. You need to do more of these, but do them in short form.
I just keep it real and tell my life in this fucking booth.
I'll show you an example of why in a second.
Yeah.
Ooh, we going crazy on them keys. Hey, round of applause.
Can we take some bars?
We need more of these. We need more. I'm subscribing.
Cool?
Everybody go subscribe. Well, after the stream, don't leave the stream yet, but take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Hey, bruh, there's a lot I want to say. I've already said a lot of it, so I'm going to keep it brief at the end. But I just know I really enjoyed this. I wish I did this. I really liked it. So I already said the stuff about the framing and everything. Spellbound Fire in the chat said, my only thing is I wish they brought the camera up a bit and tilted down so we didn't see the top of the cyclorama on the feed shot. I actually don't mind it just because it feels raw. Like this is a behind the scenes look, clearly. So I don't mind seeing all the extra stuff on the side. I feel like it really adds to the element of, oh, this was recorded all the way through, right? So, yeah. You said check out your IG, watch CGR official video. Is your yeah, it's in here. All right, let's check out your Instagram. I'm gonna follow you back, bro. Really enjoy what I've been seeing. I'm curious on how this performed on social media. Because I have an example of somebody else that we worked with that I'm gonna show you. But, bro, this got 13 million? What is this? Bro, what? Did this actually happen to y'all? Was this on your set? Or was this on somebody else's set? You said not for that shot, for the A-cam. Oh, I see, for the A-cam Spellbound. I see what you're saying. I still didn't mind it though. It still felt raw. I like how unperfect it was. I feel like that fit better. Y'all get really good engagement on your videos. Hold on, let's study this. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts. I'm about to study this page. So look, I'm about to teach y'all something. This is something I learned from Brendan Kane is his name. He's a social media person. He's worked with Taylor Swift and a lot of people, been in the game way longer than me. I think longer than I've been alive, to be honest. And he has this system where he looks at the most viewed videos and compares them to the least viewed videos to find the difference, to know what you need to have in a good video that the bad videos don't. Does that make sense? You said it happened on set. That's insane, bro. And then you had the music in the background. That's fire that your music was in the background. Wow, what a great moment. I hope the dude is okay over there, though. Bro, somebody put a gazelle eating popcorn. That's funny. All right, so let's go quickly through your content. So let's look. 149K, 8,000, 5,031, 15, 234. So 579. And you posted this twice. What is this?
So I hear they just passed the law saying we have to treat all
So it's a skit, okay. And this was with somebody else. So this isn't only your content. So we have to also make sure we're posting or comparing content that's comparable. So these clearly were with a bunch of people and this other guy has 400K, so we can't look at that one to compare. This one I think is the same, but this is a skit, so you already know it's gonna be funny. But this has nothing to do with the music, but this is also good for exposing you to new people, which is amazing. So you're doing all the things right, bro. You're doing all the things right. This is 3.6 million. Okay, so that's with the same person. I think these are all the same, yeah. So if black people own slaves. Okay, this is a performance video, so it looks like we can compare these. And then let me look at the one that was 31K.
Random coordinates and told me to pull up to the music video.
This is smart though. This is really smart. Oh, this is great.
shit ain't
Wow.
nothing fucking thing. I just bought it for a drink.
Hey.
I'm finna pull it to the face. Yeah, I'm in the beach on cloud 10. I'm in the space.
Okay, look guys, this is what happened here. We provided context for a lip sync video. The reason why lip sync videos don't work alone anymore is because they're oversaturated and everybody's doing them. And if you don't provide context on why I should like the video, then I'm not gonna care and I'm gonna keep scrolling and look for another funny cat video or somebody falling off a motorcycle, right? The reason why this worked is because we have this first part.
Some random coordinates and told me to pull up to their music video.
Somebody sent me random coordinates and told me to pull up to their music video. So you're already like, that's weird, but I want to see how this ends, right? It's called a hook. And then we get to the actual performance video.
If I pull up, you better have some good bars.
So then we get to the bar, and we hear the bars, but we don't stay here. We break the fourth wall and have something funny in here, and then get back to the performance. This is so good. This is what we call retention. After you have my attention, how do you keep it? They kept it by not performing to the camera the whole time, but broke the fourth. Well, they didn't really break the fourth wall, but just kind of like shut everything down. Had this little funny, these couple funny 3 lines, and then went back to it. So this is a really good example of how to take your music and put it in a world and attach a storyline to it that makes me want to keep watching it, right? And then on top of that, he collaborated with Florida Jesus. I don't know who this is. I've never seen this dude in my life, but he has a whole grouping of people that follow him that have now seen 10-piece Tones content because they did a collaboration post. That's another thing that y'all should be taking advantage of, is find people in your community to collaborate with and do creative ideas like this. How does Florida Jesus' brand connect with 10-piece Tones brand, and how do we do something that's going to be entertaining for both of our audiences? If you can do that well, then you'll grow and get new fans from other people. So there's that. I could talk for forever on this page because clearly you know what you're doing. Taking my white friend to the Antioch Mall.
You said you're gonna take me to the mall? What is this? The best mall.
So it's Florida Jesus again and Blur Gotti, and I don't know where 10-piece Tone comes in. But what I'm starting to see, bro, is that you really like doing skits. You're a good actor, so that's kind of your bag along with your music. Last thing I'm gonna say about your page, bro, and then we can come back to it later, but you have found what your thing is in addition to the music. It's not good enough to just be good at the music and the content game. You have to also find out how you're going to attach your music to something that people care about. For you, it's skits and acting and creating funny videos. For other people, it might be going live and, I don't know, performing your music live on Instagram Live, or doing covers of songs and incorporating that with your music. But you found a way to consistently bring new eyes to your page, and then you have stuff on your page that is not bringing new people in, that is just good content, so that when people get here, they can stay a while, really enjoy what you have to offer, and become a fan over time. So, great example. I'm going to use your content probably in our program to teach people how to do it right. And I'm gonna study your stuff too, because I learned a lot today just by looking at what you're doing. But just know I'm a fan. I know you wanted me to look at some other videos. I'll do that later. I wanna get to the next person. But all I gotta say, round of applause. I'm a fan, bro. Like, the music was fire on Monday, and now that I'm seeing your content, amazing. I'm excited to see what you continue doing. Thank you for being an example for independent artists everywhere. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. All right, this is Clips Freestyle by Chris Hovers. It was filmed, colored, edited by me as well. I do everything. Okay. Oh, hold on. You said 10-piece Tone. You said I also creative direct and style if you ever need something done. Say that. You're not in Atlanta though. You're on the West Coast, right? If you ever come to Atlanta, let me know, bro. You said hit the pinned one pretty Tony Auto Garage. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that later. All right, Chris Hovers. Let's check this out.
And it's just like the Sandman. I'm up late at night with your drinks in my hand, man. This man, since a young kid I was called that. Father knew I need twice the man that he had. In the past is done and over with this music. I'm taking over in this game, man. Like the shit that you play the controller with. I'm in DC where you still might have to hold the sticks. Some young boys came up harder than the photo bricks. Now that we got niggas dropping clips, done open up a whole new world of hip hop kids who maybe has or ain't really been the topic. Now we dropping clips and they like, who shot this nigga? I did. I emptied it on my album cause I want to. Putting in the work is the outcome. Niggas want proof. I streamed every session on Twitch, Gram, and YouTube. Popping off on this beat. I'm like a loose screw. Lareezy was first valedictorian. I guess I'll be the second.
Lareezy,
I'm taking
shout out.
salutatorian. Salute to all you niggas, but I'm in a DeLorean. Fuck the present, I'm in the future. I'm just exploring here. Not taking off like Apollo.
DeLorean line.
ATL might do a show tomorrow. This video here, I shot this with the Osmo. The pocket rocket cam. No, this is not a GoPro, but I'm over there heads hovering about the GoPro. Like Jordan, I could've shot this with my eyes closed. Tell them to hear this. Let me put on my fly clothes and calm back down, cause that's just how a high goes. Follow me on Instagram, you go where I go. And Chris hovers everywhere, fuck going viral. Go ahead and spin that like Taz when he spirals. A flame dragon just spread his wings like Spyro. I'm gone. Yeah.
I like this. This is good. Hover. So Victor Rashad said that this is a homeboy of his. They're a label mate. They do stuff together, apparently. I think you submitted on his behalf. No, maybe. But, hey, I really enjoyed that. I like these frames a lot. We'll start with the cinematography because that's my bag. That's what I really do well. I like the composition here, especially on that house shot. I really like how you had those houses. It was symmetrical and you were in the middle. That looked really good. These frames are just very eye-catching in terms of the composition, the colors. It's all very balanced, so it's very pleasing to my eyes. As a cinematographer, I probably would have stopped on this. It's way too long, in my opinion, for this platform. Not to say that this piece of content can't live like this. I just feel like it would do better on somewhere like YouTube for your fans that really care about what you have to say. I would have taken clips of this, provided a caption, and given some context. Like, rapper takes EBDITA, whatever it is, from Clips' new album and goes crazy on it, and provide context like it's a media outlet posting this, but you post it on your actual page and you just post a little clip of it. And that would make it feel like other people are talking about you, even if it's you. There's people that do this all the time. Like my guy, One Take Carter. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up his page real quick because he's doing a great job at this right now. Bro, he's exploding actually. He's, wow. Last time I checked, he did not have that many followers. He's doing it right. Check this guy out. One Take Carter. He's amazing at what he does. He's been doing music for a minute, and he deserves this this elevation that he's getting. But look at what he's doing.
God take the pen and jot my ideas. They throw around the world, go meet the criteria. I'm at the library, met this girl from Liberia. Michael Jackson used to fuck with her mom.
Okay, so you saw the caption, right? He understood the assignment. It's levels. He posted this though. He wrote the caption, he shot this, but posted it on his page and said he understood the assignment and wrote it from the third person. That works because it makes it feel like somebody else is talking about you and I should tune in. It's not like I understood the assignment and I'm a good rapper. You write it in the third person and it just makes people want to come into your world. So he does that on a lot of his posts. Like, bro is saving hip hop. Bro is batting 1,000. This is on our platform. Remember him from Rhythm and Flow. Bro leveled up. So yeah, like he's captioning and providing context. But a lot of us want to post videos that have no caption, expecting people to want to unmute the video. You got to think, how do you scroll through Instagram and TikTok? You probably don't have your audio on all the time, especially if you're in public. What is going to make people click the little button and unmute the video? You got to give them context. So let's go back to your video, Chris. It's an amazingly shot video. It's not even different than what we just saw from One Take Carter. All he had was a caption on the video to give people context. That's what you're missing. So I think if you did that, you might see people who don't care about you tune in and then care about you over time. So that'd be my thoughts on that. I think that's all I want to say. I'm gonna move on. Chris Hovers, you said did that too with the DMV Daily page. Okay, cool. You said it's on YouTube too. Amazing. Kennedy Ryan does a great job of it too. Yes, Kennedy Ryan. Hold on, I'm about to pull up. I think I know who that is. I hope I'm thinking of the right person. Yeah, Ryan. R-Y-O-N. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. But yeah, bro, her stuff is amazing. I'm not gonna spend time here. I'll come here later, potentially. But yeah, study her page too. She's doing crazy stuff. I mean, 378,000 followers. Once you break that mark of like getting to 100K, you know what you're doing. So study her stuff too. But yeah, anything else you want to say, Chris Hovers, before I move on? Was that helpful? Context, yes, Stacks, exactly. If not, I'm gonna move on. So this is Hustle and Flow by 10-Piece Tone. You submitted too. Okay, I ain't mad at it. You said, copy that. I've seen it, done it too, but excellent advice. I agree. Amazing. You could also disagree and I won't be mad at you. All right, let's go.
Come on down to Pretty Tony's Auto Garage with a rim spin and the ladies green. We got 10% off on whatever you need, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come through late nights, overnights, double backs, however you want to play it, man. We got it, man. 10%, 10%, 10%. 10%, 10%, 10%.
Y'all see the car smoking?
And our knees mine. Don't mind that right now, you know what I'm saying? We getting that together. So, you know what I'm saying? They gonna butter this up and have this out by tonight. So they're gonna be free. They gonna be free tonight. If anybody wanna tap in, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, you know where to get it out of, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, come on down to Pretty Tony's Auto Garage, baby. Yeah.
I have no
Come on down
idea
to Pretty Tony.
what this had to do with the music. And I don't care because it was entertaining. If I saw this on my page, I probably wouldn't unmute this. Maybe I would. I don't know if I'd stay long. I only watched it just because you submitted it. I'm not saying that because it's a bad piece of content. I'm saying that because this is a piece of content for your audience, which is totally fine. People understand that you can act. Like if you look in the comments, you went insane. Yeah, 10s on 10s. That boy clean. 10% you dig. Like it sounds like people already know you be acting in these skits and stuff. So I think this is a really smart idea with the other type of content you post. Even if this has nothing to do with your music. Again, like we have to, hold on. It's camera time, y'all. If I press the camera button, that means I'm about to say something really important. I want y'all to take notes when I say this, okay? Clip this, screen record. I'm gonna give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so media has been democratized. What that means is media is in the hands of the people when it comes to consuming and producing. All of the big corporations that were over media no longer have all the power, and we can create our own channels. That's what we're doing on Instagram and TikTok, right? So what 10-Piece Tone understands is that you have to keep your TV channel on and to create content that's genuinely entertaining to people. And you also have to create advertisements, quote unquote, for your music by posting lyric videos. And the more entertaining your content is, the better that the product, your music, will sell. So 10-Piece Tone's page is a really good example of posting content that's entertaining and then also having your quote unquote advertisements to sell your music. And if you can do that consistently over time, you will grow. That's the overarching formula. Now, how to do that depends on each artist, and how you approach that depends on each artist. But at the bottom line, that's what everybody on these social media platforms is doing. That's why it doesn't work to be a mysterious artist anymore, unless you already have an established fan base that loves your music, that you've been, feeding for a while, and now they're waiting for new music. You're not Frank Ocean. Stop acting like it. Let's act like who we are, real human beings relating to other real human beings, and make content that is genuinely exciting to us and them. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. All right. Great work. You said caption says video out now? Oh yeah, okay, I see that. So yeah, you're selling. But the piece of content is so entertaining on its own that I didn't even notice that. So you're doing it right. You're doing it right. All right. What y'all saying in the chat? If y'all just getting here, we're doing content reviews. Tonight, I'm watching you guys' content, giving advice on what I think could be better so that we all can grow and get out of algorithm jail and obscurity, and so these people can get this music that they need from us, okay? So let's keep it moving. That was Hustle and Flow by 10-Piece Tone. We got another one by 10-Piece Tone, which we already saw this. I think we already saw this, right? You submitted twice. Oh, no, this is another one. I'm gonna come back 10-Piece Tone because I want to make sure I get to everybody else. But we only have a few more submissions, and I'll come back to you. I'm not gonna forget. All right. So, all right. This is Follow Through by Stacks Hensley. You're in the comments. I see you, bro. Let me make sure I get right so we can see everything before I play it. I want to make sure we can see it. Let me mute myself, and then I'm gonna refresh.
I always had an. I'm starting to see plans as written proof of faith. I might not always have the answers to how, but direction in itself is a blessing. They say faith without work is dead, and I see the faith to work ratio the same way I see concrete, which has a 50% water ratio by weight, which means you gotta keep the faith and the work balanced if you want a solid foundation, So I've been planning.
Nah, this shot is tough. I can see what the light is.
I've been minding my business, tending to my feelings, I got my tools, though I don't always know what to do. It's time to go to work. I gotta follow through.
Cinema.
I'm starting to sleep right now.
Cinema. Okay. What I like. The lighting. I really like your DP work. You understand the basics of lighting. This looks very cinematic for that reason. I really like the kicker light you had in the shot that's coming up where you're sitting at the desk. That's probably my favorite shot. That light was motivated from the window and it looked very beautiful. I'm gonna pause it when it comes up. It's not this yet. I can hear what you're saying. I have a love-hate relationship with this type of content. See, this is the shot right here. Beautiful. We have this light over here on the left. This is not coming from the window, guys. This is an actual light that's in the room. I can tell because the color of the light on his face is different than what's coming through the window. And also the rays of sunshine that would be coming through the window for a light like this that's on him are not there. So it looks like you set up a light. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is my DP brain going crazy. But there is a light on the left side of the frame, I believe. Okay, anyways. So I have a love-hate relationship with this type of content just because it's a beautiful piece of content, but it doesn't really, like without context, it's hard for me to sit and watch this if I don't know who you are or care who you are. So this is a solid piece of content for people that like who you are. Clearly you got a lot of people commenting like, wow, this is great. But let me check your page and see what other type of content you have, because if it's only this, then I have some feedback for you. Let's see. Okay, so a poetic blue-collar storyteller. I like that. Let me tell y'all why. It is very important for you to understand who you're making your music for and to make the music for those people. But don't do it from that standpoint. Start from who you are and then figure out what type of people will like the music that you already make and brand yourself around that. So a poetic blue-collar storyteller. Those two things don't necessarily mix in your head immediately because it's like blue-collar and poet. It's kind of like you're a blue-collar worker. You're probably working with your hands and stuff, right? That doesn't really match with what I think of when I think of an artistic, free-spirited person. So those two things already in my head are not opposed or not opposite, but you don't really see those too often, and it makes me intrigued to see how that combination looks, right? So that's a really good idea. And then it tells me if I'm a blue-collar worker, I definitely can probably relate to what you're talking about in your music. So that's I don't know if that was on purpose, but that's a really good thing to have in your bio. Hold on, let me look at these comments. Let me make sure I can catch up. To ask how short that video should have been as far as posting the clip. Probably 30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds. I haven't really started posting much content consistently. What tips when starting? To start. Stop thinking about it, just start. I submitted a link to the music, but I would love your feedback on my content. On my reels is where you'll see my content. Okay, I got you. I'll take a look for that. You said I was right about the light. Okay, amazing. Love the content, shot angles. Okay, cool, so we're caught up. So what I was saying was, this is a beautifully shot video, but I want to make sure we have balanced content. So this is content for your viewers and for your loyal supporters. Do we have content for people who don't know who you are? Let's see.
All right, y'all. So I want to talk about the follow-up challenge. Today's the official start day.
I clicked off because that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, this is good, this is good, this is really good. I'm gonna mute it, but this is good. You're using your song and you're showing what it's like getting ready as the dad of a daughter. This is very relatable for other dads of daughters. I would lean more into this content to bring those type of people into your page, so then they see, oh, this dude makes music about my life experience too. That's good. That's a good piece of content. As far as the idea, there might be different ways for you to caption it to provide context for it to do better than it did, but it looks like the comments really liked it. Stand-up guy for real, swooping the edges and everything. You did good. You got them edges late. I need that gel. LOL. Love this. So it's a lot of women commenting, which is to be expected. Because for this type of content, when I've seen it, it seems like there's a lot of women. When they see a man taking care of his daughter, that's something that's really appealing to women. So that makes a lot of sense. He said, same here. I submitted a link to my music. You can take a look at my content. Okay, I think I skipped past y'all. I'm going to go back to y'all in a second. Thank you for coming and hanging out and letting me know that so I didn't miss it. It sounds like something for your immediate audience, the Follow Through Challenge. You booked Tribe Music Group for your annual festival. Okay, so this is just a behind the scenes of you performing, which is really cool. I would say, bro, And I'm scrolling through this really fast. So take my opinion with some salt, with some seasoning. I would lean more into this blue collar storyteller father arc of your life or part of your life. Make some more content around that. That'll bring some women who really enjoy dads that are active in their daughter's life or children's life around. And the stuff that you talk about in your music, I'm sure will line up with that. So you can get supporters that way. And then it will just bring other dads of daughters and children in general to your page. I would take a look at Beleaf, B-E-L-E-A-F, Mel. I'm gonna type his thing right here so y'all can see. I'm sure you've seen him before if you're a father with making content. This guy's a really good dad content guy. Just take a look at his stuff and how he makes his family content for some ideas and incorporate some of that with your music content. He also makes music, so he'll be a good guy to look at. Anybody else off the top of my head? What other dads do I know about that make music that are big? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but that's all I'll say for now. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna move on. I hope that was helpful. So let me go back, because there were some people, I'm gonna come back to you, 10-piece tone, number 7. I know we already listened to you a few times. There's some people I skipped past because they submitted music and didn't show their Instagram. But I think I already did this. Yeah, I already did this. So for y'all that were here, I already went through your Instagram and I checked this out. I already looked at your Instagram. Justin, we already looked at your video. Yeah, I did everybody already. So I think it was probably for y'all that came a little bit later. So I'm gonna keep going. Oh, Toby, yeah. Toby Wigway's good, but he's a little bit different. He's more artistic. I don't think he shows a lot of his like at-home moments, does he? I might be sadly mistaken. Hold on, let's see. I think it's more musical than it is like familial. But you're right though, this is a really cool, what am I trying to say? Example of how to incorporate your family in everything you do, because he definitely does that for everything. He makes sure his family is involved in everything he does. I remember he said something about when people invite him to stuff for even brand deals, he's like, can my wife and kids come? If not, I ain't coming. So yeah, this is a different way of doing that. Like his daughters are in his stuff, his wife is in his stuff. So yeah, that's a great example. I appreciate you saying that. When you get the hours, skip the first one and go to the second one for Nebula content. I got you. Dope Dreams, you said I didn't get you. Let me check the queue and see where you are. Yeah, you're here at the bottom. I got you. I got you in a little bit. So that was Stacks Hensley. Appreciate the submission. So this is Never Thirst Again by Alexander. It's a new single, but we're doing content today. So I'm going to look at your Instagram page and we're going to look at some content and give you some advice. Okay, so gospel rapper, songwriter, vessel for the kingdom. Okay, so let's look at this content and see what we got. I'll look at the pinned one first. If you're watching this,
he had me, but Jesus said you are mine. Oh, the enemy thought he had me, but Jesus said you are mine. The enemy thought he had me, but Jesus said you are mine.
Okay, I've seen these type of videos before. These do well because it's so opposite. It's like you're hearing worship music in the back, but you're seeing dudes smoke and stuff in the video. It's a testimony type video. So I think in Christian culture, this does really well. And especially for people that aren't Christians too, it's kind of like, how does this work? It's always cool to see like when somebody turns their life around and is doing something a little bit better. Or it's like, okay, you were smoking, but now you're not. Why? Like, even if I don't believe in Jesus, I'm not a Christian or anything like that, I don't go to church, this is still kind of intriguing for me to see. I think that's why it's pinned. One, because it's important to this person, but two, probably because it did a little bit better than the other ones. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. 252 views on that one. No, that's probably one of the least viewed videos compared to the other ones. Okay, let's go through your page. Let's see what your average views are. We got 100, 60, 150, 200, 200, 300, 200, 400, 1,000, 2,300. Okay, so for those of you that are just getting here, this is how we go through a page. We look through the most viewed videos and we look at the least viewed videos and we look at the difference so we can know what it takes to make a good video. If you look at only good videos, it's going to be very hard to figure out what a good video needs, right? So this one is the most viewed. So let's take a look.
New York, you gonna love me for this one. Yep.
It's that G-O-D flow. Who want that Jesus smoke? Seek first the kingdom. I found him just like Nemo. Stomp the devil face with my Tim, no Tebow. When I'm at the line, I win the game like a free throw. Friday, who want the smoke? The devil try to rush me. I'm like, nah, bro, I bust his head like a cantaloupe. I can turn hate into praise. My pride been revoked. When I'm sitting stage, I'm 8 Mile. I can never choke.
Okay, we're gonna move on. I have some thoughts on that, but let me find another video that's low views. Okay, I can already tell why this got low views. Okay, so, well, let me just keep going through.
All of my hitters be dressing this.
I can tell why that one didn't go.
It's facts that I'm already winning. Since birth I was in, I was already chosen. To part the Red Sea, but no, I'm not Moses. Don't need pics.
This one, I'm not sure why. Well, I mean, that was 400, so that did okay.
It's facts that I'm already winning. Since birth I was in,
Why
I
you
was
closing
already.
the music industry like that? I'm confused about that one. I don't have any thoughts on it yet. Posted this an hour ago. That's a bad example to compare to old videos. Okay, so first off, this one, Christian rap on a throwback, old school Christian music you can bop to. So this one, my guess on why this one did well is because he's rapping on a classic song and remixing it as a Christian version. That always does well for the Christian community because a lot of people didn't used to be Christians and now they are Christians. So it's cool to hear stuff you used to listen to in a new context that you want to listen to it in. So that usually does well in Christian circles. And he's clearly a Christian rapper. So that in and of itself makes it appealing to people that are Christians. If we come to the other one, like this one does not have a hook. It just says outside experience. It's in black and white and it's a video of a chair. I'm scrolling if I see this. Like, I'm not giving you time to sit here and watch this if I don't know who you are. I believe that's why this one got 97 views. And this one is hilarious. This is me. I was in the chat, round of applause. And this one got 90 views. It probably got 90 views because it's ugly. No, I'm just playing. I'm not about to join myself. But nobody knows who we are at the current moment unless you know who we are. It's not like we're Kai Cenat or somebody else like T-Pain on Twitch or anything like that. So this isn't going to get a lot of views, especially because there's no hook, there's no context. And it's this random dude yapping at the top with a white box at the bottom that's not very engaging. But if we come to this one, let's see, this one is 1,000.
It's facts that I'm already winning. Since birth I was in, I was already chosen.
So this hook is he really exposing all the witches and warlocks. And all of these are pretty much the same video. They're just different captions. So what I will say about what he's doing, he's trying a lot of things and that's really good. And a lot of y'all are scared to try. And this is exactly what you need to do to grow. The way to grow on social media is to post a lot of content, see which ones do well, which ones don't. Do more of the ones that do well and less of the ones that don't. If you can just do that and you post every day, you're going to get better. It's just hard and it takes a long time. People hate hearing that, but I promise you that's all it is. Now, there are other things you could do to accelerate that growth. You can work with people that know what they're talking about. You can study online. You can study what other people are doing. That will accelerate your growth. But you can accomplish the same goal. It'll just take a lot longer just by doing that alone. But the base is to do the work. Show up, make some content, post it for a long enough period of time so you have a big bank of content to look at and compare the ones that work to the ones that don't and understand why and do more of what works and less of what doesn't. So this person, if they continue posting content, which they already have a good bank, like we've kind of just learned why this one did well compared to some of the other ones. And if I spent all the time, I'm sure we could put together a really good summary of why that is. But yeah, okay. That's all I'll say for this one. If y'all are just getting here, we're doing content reviews today. Hold on, what happened? My session got messed up, hold on. We're doing content reviews. So if you want to submit some content for us to review, comment the word submit down below. Oh, it logged me out, that's why. Hold on, let me change my screen. Let me fix this real quick. Yeah, so comment the word submit if you want to submit. We're not listening to music tonight. We're just looking at your content to give you an idea of how to make some better content and how to grow on social media. Hold on. I don't know why this is not working. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta fix my login. It logged me out for some reason. Gmail. Here we go. All right, here we go. I'm logged in again. Okay, come back to the screen. Now this is out of order, kind of, no? Let me make sure this is the right order. So we just did. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so we already looked at this. Okay, yeah, that's the one we just looked at. Amazing. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, if y'all are just getting here, comment the word submit if you want me to review your music. Your content. We're not looking at your music, we're looking at your content. If you want us to give you some advice on how to make better content and grow fans for your music, come submit. This is Machu Picchu by Spellbound Fire. And y'all gave me some instructions. You said when you go to hours, skip to the first one. Skip the first one and go to the second one for the Nebula content. Okay, let me make sure you didn't mean here. Yeah, okay, skip the first one and go to the second one. I'm gonna play this one now. Cool. All right. BTS and music video on YouTube. Yeah, we post these on YouTube, Showtime, so you can check it out on YouTube, on SBN Studios.
Of course I did. I'm sitting there like, here's the intro to the song.
To the nebula, butterfly up to the nebula. On my thoughts, spot up in the nebula. It's a victory march to the nebula, to the nebula, to the nebula. See, breathe, feel this repertoire. All stars up in the cellular. Victory march to the nebula.
No problem, Showtime. Appreciate you hanging out.
Summertime vibe, yeah, it's like that. Text me one time, I'ma right back. Chillin' all day to a nightcap. Victory lap, running right back. Never been right away, we built up like a tidal wave. We can turn night to day, heat up like a microwave. Ever had one who can hold you down? Friends turn over, you my homie now. Help me glow up, put the old me out. Worldwide trip, she know we out. Yeah, you know we out.
I need that.
Nebula, London, New York, I'll sweat you up. Pure vibe, I'll bless you up. Cellular, where you up? Test you up. When I first met you, I was regular. Press you up. Double breast, I'll best you up. Wild Thornberry, far from a Maserati seat with no plot. In the city vibe. You know how me, I'm rockin' try. You know how me, I'm rockin' vibe. Looking at me through your nebula. Looking at me through the cellular. Looking at me, I'll press you up. Look at the vibe, look at the time, look at the drive, look at the live, look at the nebula.
Butterfly up to the nebula, to the nebula.
These shoes, I'm gonna check it out in a second.
It's a victory to the nebula, to the nebula. See, breathe, feel this repertoire. All stars up in the cellular. It's a victory march to the nebula, to the nebula. Love another fighter.
Yeah, bro, use Ableton. He's good in my bit.
Breathe a little lighter, head high, more life. We stride, then we ride. Take time with a new drive. Take off to the gray skies. Hard work every late night. Take me there. Nebula, nebula. Outer space persevere. Nebula, nebula. Take me there. Nebula, nebula. Outer space persevere. To the nebula.
It's a cool concept.
It's a victory march to the nebula, to the nebula, to the nebula. See, breathe, feel this repertoire. All stars up in the cellular. Victory march to the nebula, to the nebula.
I pressed the applause button at the right time.
Experience. The energy in this room was like,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Fire. That's cool. I really like that. that's a really cool concept in terms of like showing the behind the scenes process as the song plays. I don't know if I've seen that before. Before I get that, D-Truth, you said, are you in queue? No, you're not. I don't think you submitted. I don't see you in here. Comment the word submit and go and submit, and I will listen to your stuff a little bit later. But okay, so for this video, I like the song. The song is catchy. It feels good. Stacks Hensley in the chat said I can't explain it, but I like this a lot. Feels good. Okay. I might have just taken your comment. But as far as the video itself, I think that was a really cool concept. This stuff works really well. Again, we're talking about, there's two types of content. There's content that's for the base of people that like your stuff already, and then there's content for people that don't know who you are, and then everything in between. This leans more to the side of people that already know your stuff. If I didn't know who you guys were, I probably wouldn't watch this because I don't know the song. And I don't have any connection to the song. So I probably wouldn't make it through because I don't know you guys or I don't know the music. I think maybe a way to make this interesting was to have maybe shown a little bit more of the process. Like maybe some screen record and explain how you did it and kind of made it accessible for people that don't make music. Like maybe you showed the recording of just the audio first and then what the final product sounds like. That especially works well for when it sounds ridiculous in real life, but then it sounds better when you put all the processing on it. Like somebody could not be a good singer and you show that behind the scenes and then you cut to the final product and you get to see the difference between the two. So I don't think that's what this point of the video was. It seems like this was more of a let's capture the moment in the process of creating this song that we all really enjoy together, and let's just post it on the internet so we have a memory of that. That's what this felt like. It felt like I was in the room hanging out with you guys, and it was just cool to see the process, and it makes me like the song even more because it shows how much of a communal feel that this was in the process of creating it. We said on our page we have producers be like, okay, so let me check out your Instagram. I'm curious to see that too. Because YouTube is a much different platform than Instagram. So let me check y'all out on here. Oh, that's not y'all, here. Otherworldly Music Production Duo. Okay, so y'all are a music production group. Okay, cool. Oh, y'all made this song? Right. Okay. Dang, y'all are fire. It's cool to see y'all create different types of music. He said it's similar to what I've been asking about. Okay, let me see if I can find that. The producers be like. Mars taking a popular clip and using your music over top of it. This is a smart concept, like taking other people's stuff and putting your music over it. Because then people are like, they're commenting about the context of the video, and then by product, they're listening to your music. I just think it's hard when you're at the beginning, like 133 followers, it's kind of hard to get people to watch your stuff without spending money for them to see it. Like your content has to be really, really dialed in order to grow from that point. Let me see what this looks like. This one did decently in terms of engagement because you asked people for comments. You said down further. Remember y'all from the Monday Music Review? Yeah, they were here on Monday, yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna keep going through.
This is Mission Control. Find anything? This is Mission Control.
So y'all, this is good. Like what we were talking about. I'm gonna give y'all a round of applause for this one. So it's good that y'all are trying a bunch of different types of content. Even when you're here at 133 followers, you can look at what does well and what doesn't and compare the two. I don't know, and then it gets hard when you're collaborating with people. So you also have to compare collaborative posts to other collaborative posts. You can't compare a post that you post on your page with yourself and the other two accounts with a collaboration post with other people. You have to make sure you compare apples to apples. So what I would do is, with what you guys have now, continue trying different types of content and compare, again, the best performing to the lowest performing and keep doing more of what works, less of what doesn't. But also write down what's different between a 3,300 view video and a 500 view video. Write the differences down and make sure that you can articulate those to each other and incorporate them in future videos. But as far as the YouTube video, I really enjoyed watching that. And now it makes me want to hear more of you guys' stuff. Did I see a... I thought I saw a crazy view video down here. But you said you were there at the bottom for producers to be like, okay, here, I see it, thank you.
Is that the highest street?
Oh, I don't know.
Jeez, okay. I like that thing at the end where it's like, you.
I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Josh, what do you think is your signature sound?
My sounds sort of change with my mood or.
Okay, I'm gonna mute this and I'm gonna talk about this because I get the gist. This is a great idea. I would just do more of these and test them, but do them in a modern context. And get rid of that intro in the beginning. Like, think about how people are scrolling through social media. If I see this looks like an advertisement to me and I'm skipping. I'm not even making it to this initial clip right here. Like, as soon as I see this, I'm gone. I'm not making it to this part, right? So just get right to it and put a caption on the screen and be like, remote producers be like, or something like that, and try different scenarios. These work really well because they retain people, especially when you have different scenarios. So say it says on the screen, producers be like, and you show one hilarious scenario, and then you show the next scenario, and it's another hilarious scenario. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, what's the next hilarious scenario gonna be? And I'm gonna keep watching it until the end because I wanna see all the funny stuff, right? Bonus points if you can get people to share this with other producers that do that. You could say, send this to someone who does this, right? That tells the Instagram algorithm to show it to more people. And then when people watch it all the way through, it also tells them to show it to more people. Two metrics that are really important are watch time and shares. That comes from the Instagram CEO himself. And if you look at all of the platforms and you compare watch time to views and performance, watch time is one of the most important metrics because these platforms want to keep you on the platform as long as possible to make as much money as possible through ads. So you want to maximize for that when you're making your videos. Dope Dreams, you said it's hard for me because mine gets the same amount of views for the most part, but no engagement. I tried studying my analytics. Okay, we're gonna look at your stuff in a second and I might be able to help you out a little bit. But yeah, that's what I'd say for y'all. I followed y'all. I really enjoyed the energy of that YouTube video and I wanna see more of what you guys are making. And if you guys have any questions or need any help with anything, feel free to DM us. I look at the DMs pretty much every day. So would love to help you out in any way that I can. But appreciate the submission. We're gonna move on. All right, Leon. Leon, we're not reviewing music tonight. I don't know if you saw it. We are reviewing content. So if you want me to review some content, you can resubmit and send me a link to your content. But we're not listening to any music today. So I'm gonna go ahead and move past yours. Voices by Dope Dreams. Okay, so let's go through your, oh, this is your YouTube. Okay, let's see what we got. We got an advertisement. Amazing. We're gonna let this do its thing. And we're gonna come back in a second. But if y'all are just getting here, comment the word submit to submit your content. I'm giving some advice tonight on how to make your content better. This is what I do for work every day. I shoot for artists. I do marketing and brand strategy and help people create content that gets views and wrangles real people to listen to their music. So I'm here to help. If you guys want to submit, I'll be here probably for like another 20 minutes or so. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can skip it. Okay, amazing. Oh, this is music. Okay, this is not a music review. So I'm looking for an Instagram. Dope Dreams. I'm gonna look at your Instagram. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. You said it's just the song, but go to the video. Okay, cool. I got you. Let me find it. Wait, what is this song? Voices. Testimony, you're proud of me. Okay. Testimony remix. Here it is. Let's watch it.
tired of these demons sitting next to me. Angels been building up, these demons really getting the best of me. Mama been fussing, stressing, crying, cause she gotta pay if he. Sister been feeling down, scared of life cause of anxiety. Lord sitting there and they drop us this verse, shout out to Trinity. Josiah, not just him, I do this right by my family. It's been plenty cold nights, I slept and been no one next to me. Yeah, I fell in love, I thought she was the one, but she just had a cheat. Suicidal thoughts just to take the pain away. Look me in my eyes and tell me, can you see my pain? Nobody was with me through the storm, can you stand the rain? Big diagnosed with this illness, they tryna kill my brain. I gotta pop like 12 just to get through the day. Can't fall in love no more because of too many heartbreaks. Can't do that friendship because you know that too many fame. I'd rather starve myself to death than share play with a snake. We two different breeds,
This ground side is cool.
we can't relate. People tell me they love me, then they throw it all away. Been praying I get closer with my father one day. But if I don't, fuck it, I don't need him anyway. I'm trying so hard to breathe, but I'd rather suffocate. Talk to my mama, she just told me I just need a break. To make it through the struggle, not too many can relate. But I gotta remain humble cause I've seen darker days. Sometimes I stare at myself and I wanna cut away. Cause I'm tired of stressing, y'all finna go blow my brain. Never had friends or family to call her anyway. I put my heart on nights, I feel something like wrong way. I just got a phone call that my cousin passed away. How you let him leave me, Jesus, he was only 20. Never thought I'd be sitting here screaming R.I.P. Why am I screaming?
Hey. What I say about this video? Oh, he said ending was pretty cool. Let me not skip past it then. Nice. Hey, round of applause for that. That was Testimony, remixed by Dope Dreams. What I liked about that, I really liked that ground shot where you were here. Hold on, this one is really cool. I really like the composition of that. There's a lot of depth, like seeing your shoulder here and then your face and then the curve behind and the darkness. There's a lot of layers to it and it looks really full from a cinematography perspective, so I really enjoy that. What I'll say about this video and the song, because I'll comment on the song because it has to do with the video, the flow is very repetitive, very, very repetitive. And it kind of makes me like doze away from what you're saying. Like what you're saying is very vulnerable, and I think it's something that people could relate to. Like you were talking about loss, you were talking about being diagnosed with a certain illness. So all these things are things that like people are really going through and people can relate to. But I feel like they might not even get to that point because the flow is so repetitive and the video is as well. Like the shots don't really change as much. So if you want to keep people listening all the way through for the 3 minutes, I would change something in the production, change something in your melody, change something in your flow. All of it stayed the same the whole time, and it kind of, like at the 1 minute mark, it gets kind of boring. So what you could be saying could be impacting people in a certain way, in a positive way, but we don't ever get there because we might click away at a certain point. So that would be my advice on how to make this one better. But some of these shots are really cool, especially that ground shot I think was great. You said same notes at the end of the bar, etc. one day. Sauce the Engineer, you said mine is me using other people's content, but I just like sharing it on my page, but I get flagged and it be effing my page up. Yeah, you probably gotta get permission. Or you can collaborate with people. That's a good idea. Like if you ask them, hey, can I promote your content on my page? And you post it and you send them a collaboration request and they don't have to post anything. And you caption it in a way that makes it interesting for people to want to listen to. And you could do it that way. That's an easy way to get permission. You said I was tuned into the words until the repetitiveness kicked in. Yeah, that's probably the best, most concise way to say it. So yeah, you just got to make sure you do your lyrics justice by putting it in the proper package so that people stick around to hear everything that you have to say. So yeah, that'd be my feedback, but I appreciate the submission. Sauce the Engineer said you rap that style too long. You got to switch up every 2 to 4 bars when using auto-tune to that magnitude. Yeah, that's a great note. Yeah. So I think those will help you. Dope Dreams. Keep going, bro. A lot of people, I always say this just to encourage people. A lot of people don't even try. So you're already ahead of miles of people by trying and then even submitting this for everybody to see. That's something that a lot of people don't do. So props to you for doing it and posting it and putting it out into the world. Just keep doing that and you'll continue to get better over time. If y'all are just getting here, what's going on? We're doing a content review. I'm gonna give it probably 15 more minutes. I'm gonna get through everybody that's on the line. We got 2 more. If you wanna do a last minute submission, go ahead and comment the word submit in the comments and you can send your content in for review. We're not doing music reviews tonight. I'm looking at y'all content and giving you real actionable advice to make better content and get more views and more people on your page. So that was Voices by, or that wasn't Voices, that was Testimony remixed by Dope Dreams. And we're gonna move on to the next one. You said check your Instagram. Yeah, I got you. I'll do that real quick before we move on. So let's see, Real Pain Music is back. We got some photos, some videos of you performing. Let me go to the reels and see. You said you edit and shoot them yourself. Okay. How did you do this? Did you have help with this? Because you got a moving gimbal shot. You must have had help with that part. Let's see.
Y'all fuck with the song? Y'all fuck with it? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's love.
So these videos don't do bad usually. You just probably need a better caption. Like I've showed strangers my music. And then that makes me want to be like, okay, let me stick around and see their reaction. Strangers became hearts. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's an inside joke with you and your fans. It looks like you capitalized it, so maybe that's what you call your fans, but I don't know that if I've never seen your stuff before. And usually this content is for people that haven't seen your stuff before because you're trying to show social proof that other people like your stuff. What's up, Talented? What up? Good to see you. And then Spellbound Fire is giving you some advice down below too. What is this guy doing? He's so weird. Okay, we're following the Snapchat trend. This one works well, but it needs to look real. This isn't a real Snapchat caption, so I would have used Snapchat in order to make that caption. But let's do what we did before. Let's look at the most viewed videos and compare them to the lowest one and see if we can get something. This one has 5,000. Did you run ads on this, or is it natural?
Girl, I wanna please you. Tell me what I please you. The way you rock on your legs, you set the pace. Girl, I wanna treat you right. And I would never leave you. I want you all for the night. Come to my place, let's set a place.
I like that song. It has a nice groove to it. Did you run ads on that? I'm curious. Let me know. No ads. Okay. Interesting. Okay, that's throwing me off. 1, because it's a horizontal video on a vertical platform. 2, because it has this cube intro. So if I saw that or other people see that with no context, you might not watch it. Maybe because the song was so good. Like people really enjoyed it. Like someone said, hold on, what did they say? They said, I wish you were rapping. They said, ain't gonna lie, I want you to rap, but whatever wave you on with this one, keep riding it. The Banger of the Summer, my favorite one, song of the summer. So it just seemed like people really like this song. So maybe that's what carried it. You said, I think it's because I make different types of music. Okay, you're talking about something else. You said only use 3 to 4 hashtags if you're using them. Hashtags don't really do anything anymore. That's another thing from the Instagram CEO himself. There's an interview with him online saying that they're becoming obsolete. What mainly matters is watch time and shares. That's what they're looking at. So the longer people watch a video, the more it's gonna show it to people. This one has 4,000. That is a collab post with another page, so we can't compare that one. I don't know why this one did so well, other than the song being good. And sometimes that's enough. Let's go to something that has less views. Let me see if there's anything that has more views than that, though. I'm curious. So that we had 5.5. Let me see what this one is. I feel like this one has ads because it has almost 20K views and only 4 comments. Am I wrong? Let me know. We'll come back to that one. Let's see. And this one has 38. Okay, hold on, wait. You said, look at the one with the 3 panels, the R&B one, 4,000 on the R&B one. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that in a second. This one is just funny. This one probably got shared a lot because it has a caption that's just relatable that has nothing to do with your music. Those usually do well. That was also 4 years ago. So I think we were in a different world back then. It was a little bit easier to make relatable stuff that was funny and blow up off of that. You said the one with the panels. Let me see. The R&B one with 4,000 views. Let me see. I might have passed it. And now there's a little bit of delay on the stream, so let's see. Am I blind? Is it? Oh, here we go. This one. This one sounds like it's live audio, so people usually enjoy that when something sounds good and they hear the artist singing live. That's something people usually latch onto on these platforms because a lot of it is doctored and planned. So when you hear something that you like that's live, people really respect it. So maybe that's why that one did well compared to the other ones. I say maybe because I don't know for sure. That's just my guess. Let's see. So yeah, those are my basic thoughts on what I'm seeing on this page. I would have to dig deeper and like really look into things and watch all these videos to give you some like real, like in-depth findings, but I hope that's helpful just from a general standpoint. Like I hope this is just helpful seeing me reason through stuff and looking at what I latch onto to see how you should be doing this with your own content. You said, I noticed they like that type of content more. Okay, so if you notice that, then it's important for you to lean into that. We said earlier, do more of what works and less of what doesn't. So if you know that they like the stuff that you are a little bit more live on and singing live on, do more of that. Sing more. People might just want to hear you sing. Just test it out. And if you post it enough and people don't like it, and by enough, I don't mean 1 or 2 videos. I mean, try 2 or 3 weeks on end, posting every day with that type of content to see how it performs to the other content you were doing and take the findings from that. But yeah. That's what I say. You said, let's work then because I'm lost when it comes to certain things. Yeah, send me a DM. I have a program. We have 3 slots left. It's called the Fan Funnel Program. It's a program where I took the stuff that we do with labels. It's like a $3,000 package condensed down to $600. And you get content shot, and we do content strategy and brand strategy. So we'll do a visualizer, short form content, and brand strategy with you, along with press photos. So you'll get everything you need every month for your content for $600. There's only 3 slots left and they will be gone soon because we got a lot of different calls and stuff set up. So if you want one, let me know. When they fill up, they're gonna stay full. So we're just gonna have to wait until somebody leaves if you want some help with your content with that, because we can only serve a certain amount of people and do well at one time. So yeah, send us a DM. If you're interested, I could tell you more about that, but yeah. All right, boom. Taylor, you said you may only have 2 slots. Yeah, send me a text. Send it to me right now so I don't forget. But we can set up some time and I can tell you some more about it. But you already know we love your music and we love to help you out. So if you want a slot, let me know. All right, Dope Dreams. I hope that was helpful, bro. I appreciate the submission. We got like 3 more at this point, so we're gonna move through. We got Open Line by Dante Clyde. He said, I want to be able to upload creative videos without being burnt out quick. I don't mind the low engagement for now. I just want to be, or make content? Be content. But I don't want to just upload anything. Okay, so let's take a look at your page. I appreciate that context. It's very helpful. Dante Clyde, let's see. So you're posting a lot of stuff and you're starting to get burnt out posting the same stuff. You don't mind the low views, but you're getting burnt out for making the same type of content. So let's check you out, see what we got, and see how we can help you. Let's check this one, this pin one. This type of music seems to be doing really well right now. context for this, the song kind of carries this video, and people in the comments are asking for it. This needs to go viral. The jam is out. This is fire, bro. Okay, let's keep looking. Let me continue getting some context. Okay, what I'll say, I can kind of already tell where you're going with this page. You think you're an artist and not a human being. At least that's what I'm getting looking at your page. Right now, the way we are in the world with social media is you have to relate as a human being to people. Hold on, Taylor, you said you need to have people use this for content. That's like a day in the life type music. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, how can I say this? Dante, your music is good. I'm following you because I like the music and I want to see you make better content. We're going to help you out. So your music is solid. People clearly like it in the comments, but you look like an artist. People don't want an artist. They want a human being that they can see themselves in that makes great music. People don't want to see an artist. They want to see a human being that looks like them, feels like them, that makes great music. Okay? So for your stuff, give us some context on what you're talking about in the music. You put the lyrics on the screen, but what is this song about? Put something on the screen that tells me why you wrote this song, and don't make it POV, you're an artist that writes sad music. I don't care. I don't care that you're an artist. It could be POV, you just ended a relationship of 8 years. And then we look at the lyrics and it has something to do with heartbreak. And you're like, oh wow, that's exactly how I'm feeling right now. You're a human being, I'm a human being, we're going through the same thing, and you made a song for us. That's how I need to feel when I look at your content. So the music is there already, from what I'm hearing, for the type of music you're making. Like, it sounds really solid, but you look like you're trying to look cool, and nobody wants you to look cool. They want you to look real. But you can also look put together as an artist. I'm not saying show up in your sweatpants and like don't brush your teeth and like wipe the crust out of your eyes. Like, you should still look like you care about your artistry, but you just have to know your audience and how they want you to show up. Do they want you to show up bummy? Because maybe sometimes they do want to see the crust in your eyes, but then sometimes they might want you to show up as a different thing. But you have to understand what type of music you make, what type of person will listen to that music, and give those people what they're looking for when it comes to the brand side of things, right? So it's not enough just to put a cool light or a cool edit and put some lyrics on the screen to relate to people. That's what we're doing at the end of the day, is relating to real people. So that's what I see when I look at your page. It looks like you're doing the artist thing, but you shouldn't be doing the artist thing. You should be doing the human thing along with the artist thing. So that way when people come to your page, they come to the page for someone that describes their human experience in a way that they need to hear it, and then has music as the soundtrack of what that is. Does that make sense? Let's see. What are y'all saying in the comments? Check out the second round video. It's the second fisheye. Okay, I'll do that. Limspot, you said I'm not an artist, but you sent your content? Okay, cool. I'll take a look. You said I'll try my best. Cool, understood. All right, I'll look at that though. You said the second round video. So not the first one, but this one. Okay, let's see. Hey bro, that round of applause for that. I really like that writing. I like the atmosphere you created with your music. That's amazing. And looking at this video is how it feels to hear this song, but this isn't relatable. Like, I feel like a video of you holding your phone like this and then falling back onto your bed and just showing people what they do anyways, and just saying like, I don't know, POV, you just, I don't know, just broke up with girl, whatever, for this 7 years. Girl, I was with this girl for 7 years, we just broke up. And you just pop on your bed and you're just scrolling, trying to pass the time, trying to drown out your emotions. And we hear your song in the background and the lyrics pop on the screen. And this is the soundtrack to what's happening currently at your life. That would be a lot more relatable. Because you're doing that here, but I would have set up a camera somewhere else so we could see you fall on the bed instead of it being a POV thing, going to this cool animation. I just feel like it looks like you're trying to be cool and like impress people with the visuals instead of just show them how this song fits into the context of their life. So I hope that helps. I know I said it twice, but I really hope that helps. But I really like this song, and I like the writing at the end. That was really cool. So I followed you. I want to see some more stuff. I'm gonna be checking in with you, bro. Come back to the stream, submit some more music and some content so we can get some updates on you. But I'm looking forward to seeing more. All right, let's keep it moving. We got 2 more. All right, D-Truth Global. I don't know if you're still here, but we got your submission. Annihilate. Let's see what you got. Let's take a look at your content. This is the pin one.
Gotta take the good with the bad, smile with the sad. Love what you got and remember what you had. Messing with the ones who helped me in the times when I was flat broke, didn't even have a dime. My family, they was there. My niggas, they was there. The rest of y'all left me for dead, didn't care. I used to have dreams.
Okay, that just looks like a slideshow.
It's not a game. I had to make choices and it's just not like.
Okay, that's a cool animation. I don't know what I'm seeing there. It looks like Snapchat. So this looks like it doesn't have much to do with the music. It might, but it looks like that way. Okay, hold on, let me keep going.
What it do, world? What up? It's your boy D-Truth Global.
You know what this looks like? This looks like how Instagram looked like 10 years ago. I feel like we're behind with this content. This looks like you're just posting stuff about your life, which, no shade, nobody cares about. I know I just went on this whole spiel about show your real life, but I feel like this is on the other side of the extreme of this doesn't have any context or link to the music, and it doesn't even look like you're an artist. When I look through your page, this looks like you're showing me random stuff about your life and dancing to other. I don't know if that's another person's music, but it's kind of hard to tell that you're a musician or an artist besides looking at the fact that you put it here, and then when I look down here, it doesn't look consistent with that. So I wouldn't. What would I say you could change or do differently? Instead of telling people that the music dropped, just post the music in a context that people care about and let them engage with the music, you know? And put it on the video. Like you're playing it off of a speaker. I'm seeing a video of your shoes and then your leg. Like that stuff, I don't want to see any of that, just to be honest. I would post some lip sync videos to start of you performing your music to see how people engage with that, and then figure out how to provide some context for that song. For example, if your song is about, let's say, getting money, then you could say, I used to be broke, but then I did X, Y, and Z, and now I'm making some money. And then you start rapping a part of the song that explains that part of your life, of how you got some money or what you had to go through to get some money. It shouldn't be, I'm getting money, whatever, and that'd be it. It could be, I had this job, I lost this job, then I had to go work with my uncle, and then I was working with my uncle, but then my uncle died, and then I had to take over his business, and then I had to build the business from the ground up, but things didn't go the way that I wanted them to. It could be like your whole life story, whatever that is in the music. Let the music speak for itself, but we need some context on what you're talking about in the music, and what I'm seeing on the visual needs to match what you're saying in the context and the song. Does that make sense? I hope. You said bet. Okay, I think that makes sense to you. That's what I'd say. So it looks like you're just posting your life and it doesn't have any context to the music, that's what it looks like. I'm not saying you are doing that, but that's what it looks like. And how it looks is more important for people that don't know who you are and are trying to get a feel for who you are. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope that's helpful. We got Calvin Thomas, Instagram. Let's see what we got. Okay, same thing here, same deal. I don't know what you're trying to show me. I'm not gonna click on any of these videos because I don't even know if you're an artist. I think you submitted earlier though, didn't you say that? You said you're not an artist, but you're gonna submit. Is that you, Limspot? I don't know if that's you, but this is, I need to be looking at music stuff. This looks like stuff about your life. I'm not gonna put that on my live. So yeah, what to do now? We have no more submissions. What would be helpful? Just ask some questions in the chat. Let's do that. Let's do a little Q&A. Round of applause for everybody that submitted. Appreciate y'all for coming to hang out. Ask some questions in the chat. I'm gonna be done reviewing content at this point. I'm gonna just say Q&A. Ask me anything about content. And I'm gonna be here for probably about 10 more minutes. If you guys have any questions on content, things you're going through, struggles you're having, let me know. Oh, Limspot, I see you in here. While we're waiting for questions to come in, you said, can anyone submit or do you have to be an artist? You don't have to be an artist as long as it's content. But Limspot, I'm gonna take a look at your Instagram real quick while you're here. Because you submitted, I see you. Song review, not today. I'm gonna do those on Monday. If y'all are just joining, you can submit, or I'm so used to saying that. We're done with submissions. Ask me questions on content. I'm gonna go through for the next 15 minutes and answer some questions. And then I'm going to go home. But Limspot, I got you on here. Let's take a look at your Instagram. So you said you don't make music. This is just content about, it looks like fashion, which your fits are fire. Let me see if you do any content as far as reels. Oh, let me look at the pinned ones first. Bruh, that's probably why that video did well. Because a buddy was walking past. That's hilarious. Because someone in the comments said, is it disrespectful to walk past while someone is recording? Bro, that's hilarious. I would have started with that and been like, bro, just walked in front of my camera while I was recording. The fits are fire though. What I would do for your stuff, okay, so you have an outfit breakdown. Hold on.
I got no Simon belts, Jordan from Rockstar Studios, got all black Tims, jewelry.
Okay, so you're just breaking down the outfit. I'm sure you've seen Wisdom. You know how he shows his outfits and how he builds them? You could do some content like that if you haven't already, instead of just talking about the final product. I know people do get ready with me's, but you can find a creative way to build it, because you have to think of a way to, how do I show people, in the first three seconds, how do I show people that they're gonna wanna stay till the end? How do I keep them around? And then how do I make it worth their time at the end? We call it hook, retention, and payoff. So figure out how to do that in these videos. There's no hook or retention here unless I'm a fashion person and I want to know where you got these pieces from. That's really the only draw. Other than that, if I don't care about fashion, I have no reason to stay around, right? So think of ways to do what you're doing here, showing off an outfit, but to like tease people in the beginning, keep them around to the end, and then give them whatever you promised them at the beginning, at the end. But your fits are fire. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Look at other people that are also making fashion content and see how they do that. How are they making me want to watch this video all the way to the end? If you ask that question as you're scrolling through content instead of scrolling mindlessly, you'll learn a lot. So appreciate that. Okay, y'all, I told y'all to ask questions. Let's see what we got. We got no questions. So, all right, at this point, if you're still here, I can answer some questions about content. If y'all have very specific questions about your content, like stuff that you're going through, things that you are struggling with, if you want to hear in general about like how to make better content, what's going wrong, why your stuff isn't working, I'm gonna answer some questions. Taylor, until you said, wait, oh, refresh the page. Oh, okay. Oh, you're on here, I see you. So y'all are still just gonna submit even though I said I'm going questions now, huh? That's crazy. No, I'm just playing. All right, Talented, I've been seeing your content. Let's do a little analysis on your page. Let's see.
What you want, help me
No problem, Spot. Appreciate you submitting.
Don't care what's the cost. Count it as this guided method. You're the one I'm after.
Hey, good song, good song. I like that song a lot. I heard it before. I'm already a fan. And the song. This is 11 weeks ago. This is old.
Listen. Everything about me changed. My values rearranged. The trauma that I once faced it no longer has a place in my heart.
157 weeks ago. What? Really? Is that a new pin? Okay, so let's do what we did before. Let's look at the videos that do well. Let's look at the videos that did not and compare them and see what the difference is. Okay, that one got 300 views or 400 views almost. Okay. That's a collab post, can't compare that one. That's a collab post, can't compare that one.
I've tried so many different ways to heal from traumas that people caused that never gave me apologies. And it wasn't until I stopped expecting an apology that I was able to truly heal from it, because forgiveness is not necessarily for the other person, it's for us. You truly have to release.
Okay, this is a piece of content, chat, that we were talking about where it's not for your followers, it's for random people. Anybody could watch this and could get value from this. I feel like the only thing you're missing from this, Tay, is a caption, like giving people context on what you're talking about. I see forgiveness is the next step, but that doesn't really give me context on what exactly you're gonna talk about, or it doesn't really make it relevant to my life. So in the caption, it could have been, this is how I stopped wanting to punch people in the face or something like that. That's dramatic, but like if you're trying to like forgive people that do you wrong, it could be something dramatic like that that makes people want to hear what you have to say on how you went from wanting to punch people in the face to wanting to hug them when you see them when they do you wrong, right? So something like that that makes people want to be like, whoa, like why did she say that? And then you got to listen to the whole video to understand the context for that caption. You said Hollywood, can I critique your page? Sure, I got you. Let's see what else we got. So I'll go from my I like this concept. I really like this concept. I feel like the caption should have just been a little bit more prominent, maybe at the top so I could read it better, because it would be getting cut off at the bottom with the Instagram caption. But I feel like this is a great idea because it's like implying that people who aren't in a relationship will be in a relationship soon. So yeah, I like that idea though. Let's see, 500 views. Okay, this looks like something that was here for just your followers, for people that already like your music. Nothing wrong with that. And then this one at the top, did you run ads on this or no? I always have to ask because I want to make sure I'm comparing properly. This one just blew all the other ones out the water. Is this organic? Let's assume that it's not organic. I'm going to assume why this did well is because the song is just really good. And this first shot is fire, like it's eye-catching. And a lot of artists are using this font right now for some reason. So I feel like back then it was cool. Now it's a little oversaturated because everybody's doing it. But did you run ads on this? I wonder. Okay, it is an ad. Okay, cool. I would have been curious to see how it performed organically. I mean, we have these here. Yeah, I'd have to spend a lot of time on you guys' pages to give you some real in-depth feedback. And I'd have to like put it in a spreadsheet and compare it. I get really nerdy with it. But Taylor, what I'd say for you is to do more content like, where is it? This. Do more content like this to bring people in that don't care about your music or you, where you talk about a relatable life scenario, something that they're going through that brings them into your world. And then to continue posting content like this, so that way when people come to your page, they can listen to your music and be like, oh my gosh, I related to not having a boyfriend, but I want one. And then you made a song about it. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. So that's kind of the idea when it comes to content. It's not that simple necessarily, but that's like the overarching thought process. Hope that makes sense. Victorious Vix said, I'm trying to do visual stuff for my music. What's your advice for more engagement? Make content that people want to see, not that you want to make. Find the balance between those two and make content that is genuinely entertaining for content's sake, and figure out a way to have your music embedded in that content without it feeling like you are forcing it down my ears. That's what I'd say. Talented, appreciate you. Good to see you. All right, I'm gonna look at Hollywood's page real quick. Let me pull it up. That song is catchy. Stuck in my head now. But yeah, Talented, if you want that slot, text me. And then I'll give you more information on it. Victor. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Hollywood. Telza. All right. Let's take a look at your page. This is non-musical. Beauty and wellness specialist and a model. I help women enhance their beauty, health, and confidence. Supermodel, makeup artist, and wellness mentor. Okay. So we look on your page. You're in different spaces and places, seeing people. You got makeup on. You got your fits on. Okay. So you do what you say you do. And if we come to the reels, this is what is really going to help grow your page, because this is what Instagram is pushing. Let's see. You think about saving me for later. I ain't going to be there. Nice being surrounded by pretty and paid women that makes you feel your best. How you doing? Okay, so we was at InvestFest. Cool. It's hard to hear you in this. I would have put a caption on the screen so it can give me context. My first initial instinct was just to skip past, because I don't even, there's nothing there that's grabbing me in to want to see what you guys are talking about. Same thing here. Nobody cares what your name is. Get right to the content. I'm not trying to be rude. That's just a fact. Get straight to the content. Tell us why this video is important and just show us. You don't have to give any intro. Just get right to it. Just show them how your product is helping them. I can already tell that this is an ad, like you're trying to sell your wellness product. Is this you, Shop CSB, or is this somebody else? Because I might be giving the wrong advice to the right advice to the wrong person. Is this you, or is this somebody else? Okay, let's keep going. So, last day of the 30-day wellness and workout challenge. Before you go to the gym, people call you barbecue, look amazing in pink. When you're a Taurus and love. Okay, so you said that you help women enhance their beauty, health, and confidence. I'm not really seeing how on your page. It shows me that you're healthy and you're eating well, but I don't really see how you're helping other people. Like when I look at this, if I'm a woman looking to get fit or looking to eat healthy or looking to go to the gym, this doesn't really show me how. It might make me even feel worse about myself because I'm seeing you do what I want to do, or it might motivate me. It could do both. It just depends on the person. You can't be responsible for other people's insecurities. So keep doing what you're doing in that way. But just give me context, like day in the life as a supermodel, makeup artist, and wellness business owner. People just don't really care about your life unless you make them care. So figure out how to provide some context to make this important for somebody else. Maybe it could be, here is how I went from eating this type of food to now eating this type of food, and this is what it did for my body. And as you say that, you show your before and after pictures. Okay, context. Might be a woman trying to lose weight. Now I want to see what this looks like. Instead of just seeing you do a workout that has no context, right? So just tell your story. Figure out a way to tell your story in simple ways. And when people hear that, they think, okay, I got to sit down and I got to set up a camera and set up a light and tell them about what school I went to and what degree I got and all these different things. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is take a small, tiny snippet of something that is life-changing for you about what you're trying to help these people with. Tell them how you did it for yourself and make them feel like they can do it themselves. That's a good piece of content. Hope that helps. Vic, you said, I'm trying to do visual stuff for my music. What's your advice for more engagement? I don't know if you heard my advice. Oh, never mind. That's earlier. You said somebody else. Okay. And you said thank you. Okay. Amazing. All right. All right, guys. Round of applause for a great content review. It's 10 o'clock, so I'm getting out of here. If you guys enjoyed, come back next week. We're doing Monday music review. That's every Monday. You can submit your music. I'm going to listen to your music and give you feedback. Today was just a random thing that I wanted to try, doing content reviews, giving you guys real feedback on how to make better content. Because this is what I do for SBN Studios. We run the media company. So last thing I'll leave y'all with, let's see. This is the nugget, a social media nugget that everybody needs to hear. And if for those of y'all that stayed late to the end, you get to hear it. Everybody that already left because they didn't get their stuff watched or whatever, they're gonna miss out on this nugget, okay? You said, appreciate you, brother, great show again, amazing. Thank you for coming to hang out. I appreciate y'all. It was good seeing y'all on Monday. Appreciate y'all coming back on Thursday, and we'll see y'all on Monday. Spellbound, fire. So this is what I wanna leave y'all with. Content is not about you. Content is about the person on the other side of the screen. And if you can master serving that person and giving them what they need on the other side of the screen, instead of trying to think about what you need from posting this content, your content will get a lot better. That's supposed to be like super sage wisdom advice and not immediately applicable, because I can't tell you how you can do that for yourself, but I can tell you that that is one of the keys to making good content. And when you can master that for whatever that looks like for you, that's when you will start to see a lot of growth on your page. Just to do what I just told y'all, where I said you need to tell your story. For me, I was posting content about how I'm a videographer and that I'm looking for more clients, and that's all the stuff that I was posting because I needed money. But fast forward, now I do the kitchen platform and I promote other artists and give them a platform, and that advertises for me without having to say that I'm a videographer. Because I thought about what would an independent artist who doesn't have a platform need? Oh, they need a performance platform. There's all these performance platforms in Atlanta that cost $2,500 to get on. Let's make it pay what you want and let the artists pay whatever they want to come on and do whatever is affordable for them. So when you think about it from that perspective, in the short term, it might not be what you need, but in the long term, you will get what you want. So think more long term than short term when you're making content. But that's what I'll leave y'all with. Figure out how to serve the person on the other screen with your content, because your content is not about you, it's about the people that are watching. That's all I gotta say. Hope you guys have a beautiful night. If y'all are just getting here, we're done. Come back on Monday, we're doing the Monday music review. We'll see y'all then. Enjoy your night. Get some sleep.